Mascot costumes are pretty cool. Either you're promoting something, or you're at an event. They're a good way to promote your brand outside the internet. And no surprises here, there's been a lot of them throughout the 30 plus years of this franchise. Just a lot of different, weird, and interesting mascot costumes. So in today's video, I'll look at the various ones Sega has put out. I'll start off by looking at the classic era costumes. Then I'll work up to the adventure and then a modern era. So with that being said, grab a bucket of water and some baked Cheetos. And let's go. There's a lot from the 90s, so let's see them. There's of course these two from the UK that promoted Sonic 2, Dead-Eyed Sonic and Old Man Tails. Speaking of the UK, there's this oddly terrifying Sonic. This overly saturated shiny dead-eyed Sonic is disturbing. In the photo, it looks like he's about to get hit by a soccer ball. There's of course the famous photo with Sonic with Michael Jackson. I really like this costume design. It's like a big plush. And then there's sadly this. There's a huge Sonic with an absolute massive head and giant shoes. Pink Knuckles honestly doesn't look that bad. Sure, it's really off model, but I don't know, it just looks nice. More of the cooler costumes came from Sega World. The Sonic looks very good despite him having blue arms. Tails is Tails. Yeah, so I was looking at the picture and I noticed it was from Sega World London, and I saw that Sonic is way different and he looks really bad. And then there was actually Sally Acorn Mascot, and she looks amazing. Honestly, looking back at these Sega World pictures, it just makes me wish that they brought Sega World back. Though I guess Joy Paulus is now that. There's this costume that has been seen a lot of places like Toys R Us. I think it was in some media like a commercial, in a movie. And then lastly, the Strange Robotnik. This was seen in the Brazilian Sega show, even though that's strange on its own. The design is really weird. The head and face has features from the American Eggman design, but the body resembles Japanese Eggman. Next, let's go on to the Adventure era. These were made to promote Sonic Adventure and they look amazing. Especially Tails and Knuckles, they look like they were pulled straight out of the artwork. The Amy, however, is strange. There's no mouth, at least not one visible in the pictures. And it also seems like she has black eyes. Weird. They were, or some version of them, were at the Sonic party somewhere in the 2000s, with all the costumes' faces being updated. Along with that, there was also an Eggman costume that actually looks very good. These were used in a stage show, so you can imagine how that went. There was a Sonic X event and a Tokyo Game Show event that came, though I'm not sure which one came first, so I'm just gonna look at them both. There was a pretty impressive cream costume that also held a cheese plush. Shadow and Rouge were also there, and they also looked amazing, although they were for some reason holding hands. No comment. The Sonic came back, but now with the coolest shoes he's ever worn. The soap shoes. There was this weird Sonic with Yuji Naka posed in front of a Sonic car. I guess this foreshadowed movie Sonic. The Sonic also made an appearance in Germany when the Sonic team donated money to save actual hedgehogs. Pretty wholesome. A flat-faced Sonic was seen at McDonald's drive-thru windows. I guess they promote the 2003 Happy Meal toys. In 2004, there was these interesting inflatable-like Sonic costumes. There's a normal one that looks okay, but then there was a Halloween variant, and then a Christmas variant, and then a 2005 Birthday Sonic. Now the weirdest variant out of all of these was the Classic Sonic. Despite being 2005, Classic Sonic was used somewhere. Now let's look at the modern era mascots. Why is this one built like a Lego figure? There's this really outstanding Werehog costume. It looks really on model with the actual Werehog. There was also a normal Sonic used that looks really good, and we would see Sega use this a lot more afterwards. They would update the inflatable-like costumes to make the torso more slim, since he was being used in a Sega part called Sega Republic. Along with Sonic, there was also Tails and Amy introduced. And I gotta say, I really like this style of costumes. They remind me of Sonic and Friends before that ever came out. And this Sonic though just looks really bad. It looks more like a bootleg than an official costume. A better looking version of the costume was used in 2011, when it was running in a charity for a children's hospital in Sydney. Nice. The next costumes were used for Sonic Boom events. Of course, there was Sonic, Tails, and Amy in the Boom style. They're pretty on par on how they looked on the show. The Amy and Tails are great, but the Sonic just feels off. I don't know, it just looks strange. Even though it's not modern Sonic, I'll include the Sonic movie mascots. For the first movie, there was a Sonic. The costume looks really well made. The texture and the proportions on the mascot are phenomenal. And then for the second movie, there was Tails and Knuckles. The Tails looks incredible, and the Knuckles is... his expression is really blank, but other than that, these costumes look amazing. And yeah, that was a look at the various Sonic mascot costumes from throughout the years. If you liked the video, then please consider subscribing. I'm trying to hit 2,000 by the end of the year, and I think we can do that. So yeah, with that being said, join the Discord, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.